Okay. This also explains why he thought the boxes were familiar. Right, so... obviously, at some point we lost our memory, and we've been here a very long time. Or not here for a very long time.
Dr. Smith, report number 20. This time regarding Dr. Higgins.
Oh god, what this time?
After we arrived, our collaboration went smoothly, but Higgins' behavior keeps getting weirder. He wants to talk to me about Mia all the time. He thinks that because I'm a biologist, I'm well-versed in medicine. I tried to explain to him that treating people, especially oncology patients, is outside of my area of expertise, but he seems to refuse to acknowledge that. I'm also starting to question his knowledge. Almost every day he shows me new herbs, saying that this time he had definitely found the right ingredient. So far, there's no positive results. He keeps changing his mind and pointing to other plants as if he were guessing. Of course, I'm not rejecting any sample, but I worry that this is a waste of time. End of report.
Okay. We played that one, yeah. Okay, right. So Lambda 1. That's just straight east. Let's go. Okay, there's some weird shit happening. Okay. Let's do it all again. Now I know where his tent is. They marked it on the map from the camp. How did they know about us? Did we work together? Mia on my way to... Yeah, of course you work together! Dr. Smith says Dr. Higgins. What other Dr. Higgins are there? Another ceremonial place. Mia still hasn't contacted me. I must take a chance. I must remember. I must drink another ayahuasca here. Good, you're getting really dependent on drugs. Right, let's chop some trees. Catch some bees. I'm curious if the camp's going to be all like dilapidated. I bet it will. I think we've been out here for a very long time. Like a really long time. As in, I'm still I'm still set on my 2022 theory. It makes sense though, doesn't it? Let's go. Maybe we'll finally get our answers. There he is. Let's get this done with, hey kiddo. Oh, okay, anacondas, right. Rainbow snakes. Why not? And dead birds. Dead birds. This is very different from the butterflies. Very, very different from the butterflies.
You know what the worst part about this disease is? Doctors gave me 6 months. How am I supposed to live my life when time is running out? How the fuck do I just can't. I can't do this anymore.
Is she?
I wake up next to you, every day.
Oh, okay.
There's no future for us. I just can't take it. The pain. I want to end it and just be done. It feels like someone is holding my heart in an iron fist, and I can't breathe. I just lie there and look at you.
Oh my god. No cancerous charges. Changes found, underlying disease ignored, treatment conducted, medical treatments, procedures, CT scan of the chest didn't show any tumours in the lungs, trachea and main bronchi. Normal blood test results unremarkable. Conducted surgical treatment procedures, recommended regarding further treatment. Patient has been discharged. Recommended checkup in 2 weeks. Extraordinary discovery of Jake Higgins. Wait, so she got better? She's going to get better? Because this shows you the future sometimes, doesn't it?
A new, better world. It is done. Amalu Corp has launched a new era in the history of mankind. The revolutionary drug has ended production and soon cancer will finally be defeated. Everything began with the traveller Jake Higgins, who went to Amazonia and brought back the secret to eternal health, and then shared his findings with Amalu Corp. The company immediately started research on the new drug, which will cure cancer once and for all. One of the worst sicknesses will soon be completely eradicated. It may be hard to believe, but the results of the tests are unambiguous. The cure is really working and leads to full remission. And this is only the beginning. The medical revolution is gaining momentum and there's already research underway aimed at eliminating other sicknesses. Thanks to Amalu Corp, the impossible has become possible, and today we are standing before a unique opportunity to ensure that mankind is healthy and durable like never before.
Did something go wrong? Or is this like the future? A possible future?
Brazilian dream coming true. While the Brazilian pharmaceutical company Amalu Corp is giving away free injections of a supposedly revolutionary Curator to the country's citizens, the rest of the world watches in outrage as the prices of the drug keep soaring. Until recently, only the people interested in the pharmaceutical market recognised the name Amalu Corp, but now the company is on everyone's lips. The drug it developed in record time is said to work as a perfect vaccine that ensures immunity to all kinds of illnesses. And for those already sick, it stimulates the immune system, causing a remission and complete recovery. Although all this sounds unreal, the internet is full of photos and clips presenting testimonies of people cured of cancer, AIDS, or lupus. A study has also been published that shows great effectiveness of the drug against Ebola, which had been untreatable so far. However, Amalu Corp has refused to give access to the drug to foreign medical labs, therefore no research outside of Brazil has proven its effects. This doesn't seem to discourage the sick and dying from all around the world. They set up online fundraisers hoping to collect the unimaginable amounts of money needed for the treatment. Those who can make a pilgrimage to Brazil in hopes of getting an injection for free. People are queuing up at the border, waiting to be let in, and airlines are launching new connections to address the rising demand. Although Amalu Corp is giving away the drug for free in Brazil, the profits of the company have already reached billions of dollars. The company has exclusive rights to the new drug and keeps its ingredients secret, not to let anyone copy the formula. This means that it is free to dictate the prices for other countries. according to unofficial reports among the parties negotiating with Omalu Corp, are not only importance from the USA but also the governments of different countries, aiming to provide their citizens with access to the drug. Details of these conversations haven't been made public yet, but we know that Omalu Corp is looking to build its branches around the world, initially at least one per each continent. A race between world powers is underway, and it will determine the choice of the first locations. The success of Omalu Corp is slowly affecting the entire country. Brazil, so far the world's 8th largest economy, is now on its way to the very top. Thanks to this medical discovery, the country is becoming a force previously unknown to the world. It has already outrun China and can soon become the richest, most influential superpower in the world. And this is due not only to the rising profits from sales of the new medicine, but also rapid development thanks to a healthier, stronger society. Today, we don't know yet where this experiment of eliminating the illness of an entire population will lead us, but it is possible that Brazil will bring about a world revolution.
I think this is still in the past.
The decisions you made. You chose me, not knowing the cost. Would you do it again? Or was the price of healing me too high?
Yeah, I think this is still the past. Because if we remember the notes from Anaconda Camp, it seemed like Americans, there was a lot of talk about borders, as even at the crack den, the drug factory. They were talking about crossing the border. And you think normally that they're going into America. No, I think they were trying to get into Brazil. Let's read this one.
Breakthrough in medicine. Omalu Corp is going to heal us. The pharmaceutical company Omalu Corp was the only one to convince Jake Higgins to share the secrets of eternal health and has immediately started developing a new drug. We are in for a real medical revolution. Higgins is the first man in the world who managed to get in touch with the previously unknown Yabawaka tribe. Before he went to Brazil, he had to undergo complete vaccination, enhance his immunity, implement a healthy diet, and take numerous tests to make sure that he was in perfect shape. When it comes to tribes isolated from the world coming into contact with a sickness brought from the outside, even a common cold could lead to the extinction of an entire village. Higgins, however, rose up to this challenge, and we should all be grateful. When he reached his destination, it turned out that all the preparations were unnecessary. In the book he wrote after his return, Higgins included a sensational claim. Reportedly, this native tribe never got sick. By doing so, he aroused hope among the sick, but the book was eventually a huge disappointment, as the author didn't reveal the true reason behind the natives' perfect immunity. Medical experts assessed that without evidence, his claims were nothing more than fairy tales. Luckily, Higgins also attracted supporters who saw the potential of his extraordinary claims. Omalu Corp managed to convince the traveller to share the knowledge he acquired. They were the only company in the world brave enough to launch unconventional research whose goals, among others, is to revolutionise cancer treatment. Soon, complicated surgeries and exhausting chemotherapy will become history. The fact that numerous copycats of Omalu Corp are trying to get to the Yabawaka at all costs seems to prove that Jake Higgins really discovered the secret of health. The interest is so huge that the Brazilian government had to start denying permits to venture into the tribe's territory out of concerns for its safety. The authorities introduced special safety measures and created a reservation to prevent any unauthorised parties from trying to endanger the tribe. The Yabawaka are still under full protection. Thanks to Higgins and Omalu Corp, a revolution in medicine has been put into motion, which will lead to the elimination of previously untreatable and often lethal conditions. If it comes to completion, this will mean that an unassuming traveller will go down the history of not only medical progress, but also the entire human race.
Will Jake Higgins' discovery save the world? No one believed that Higgins really found the secret of eternal. I think we've got the the gist of it anyway. We found a thing for Mia, but we brought it back. anything else in here? No, I think it's just Mia. Speed more important than quality. Drug from Omalu Corp already available.
What price? What did I do? Tell me, please.
Okay.
Speed more important than quality, drug from Omalu Corp already available. Barely a year has passed since the Brazilian pharmaceutical company started working on a new revolutionary drug, and the medicine in question is already in use and being administered to patients. The world's medical experts are outraged about this violation of procedures and express concern over the safety of patients. On Tuesday, the WHA officially condemned the actions of Omalu Corp, which introduced a new drug into the market at such a record-breaking speed. According to the WHA representative, it is impossible to conduct all necessary tests and adhere to international guidelines for new drugs in such a short time. Meanwhile, the president of Brazil has offered his support to the company, indicating that the drug has been approved for sale by the appropriate registration office. He also added that the gravely ill can't spare several years to wait for effective treatment. According to the CEO of Omalu Corp, Keiko Watek, the drug was examined and is safe to use. It is also said to be exceptionally efficient against cancer. Supposedly, the medicine leads to a complete and swift recovery, while also preventing reoccurrence and metastasis. This is why its rushed introduction onto the market is supported by organisations from all over the world, before a drug makes its way to patients. The development of any drug starts with searching for new ways to treat a particular sickness, condition, or symptoms. In the first phase, as many as hundreds or even thousands of chemical substances and compounds are examined for their healing or preventative potential. Next, out of that pool, a small number of the most promising ones are chosen. They undergo preclinical trials which are conducted on live tissue or bacteria and take approximately 5 years. It isn't until the next phase that the substances chosen from the initial pool are administered to people in series of strictly regulated clinical trials which take up to 6 years. Only then can a pharmaceutical company apply for registration. The application is examined by a registration authority for about 1.5 years. Once approval is received, the production of the drug can finally be launched, and then it is introduced onto the market. This isn't the end of the procedure, though. Every officially available drug is under constant, strict supervision.
Did something go wrong?
Unknown virus detected in Brazil. It's been a week since Brazilian hospitals shared information about new occurrences of an unidentified virus. To date, 12 cases have been reported. For safety reasons, the patients are isolated. Most of them have slipped into a coma, and the doctors describe their condition as serious. Tests are being conducted to identify the virus and its mutations. Currently, the patients are provided with symptomatic treatment, whose aim is to increase their comfort. Authorities urge citizens who show suspicious symptoms or have been in contact with an infected person to get checked in the nearest hospital. One of the first symptoms of the infections are high fever and pale blue subdermal lesions. The authorities also assure the public that the situation is under control and that there's no risk of an outbreak.
Was that me? Okay, yeah, it's got Tuesday, April 2018. So it's been a couple of months. This is June.
More infected with new virus in Brazil. The situation in Brazilian hospitals is becoming worse. Over several dozen people died in connection with the unidentified virus, and the number of diagnosed infections is on the rise. The hospitals are struggling to accommodate the incoming flood of patients. Initially, the sick were kept in isolation, but no hospital has sufficient numbers of isolation wards for all the affected. Entire wards and even wings of hospitals are being turned into quarantine zones. Unfortunately, the efforts of the medical personnel may not be enough to prevent an outbreak. People in an advanced stage of the illness are found at homes, in the streets and in public spaces, thus spreading the virus even further. The worst scenario is playing out in the poorest districts and favelas. Poor sanitation and access to healthcare, paired with the distrustful attitude of the citizens towards the authorities, make it even more difficult to contain the virus in these areas. The Minister of Health assures the public that several research teams are currently working independently to identify the virus. At the same time, a special investigative task force has been formed to determine the source and cause of the outbreak. The President of Brazil claims that the situation is under control, but is asking their citizens to follow strict safety measures and avoid public places if possible. Several big events were cancelled for safety reasons, and kindergartens and schools see a decline in attendance. Despite the reassuring tone of the authorities, Brazil is on the brink of chaos.
So I think we went to the jungle in like December, wasn't it? Where are we now?
Outbreak of unknown disease spiralling out of control. Not long ago, Brazil aspired to become the world's greatest superpower, but now it has found itself on the brink of total collapse. A mysterious disease has already cost Brazil the lives of 20 million people. The country is running out of its medical supplies and the government has lost control of the country. If the outbreak spreads beyond the borders, the crisis may consume the entire continent. Due to the tragic situation in Brazil, the neighbouring countries have introduced procedures that are meant to protect their citizens from becoming infected. Additional forces have been deployed to control the borders and official crossings have been closed. Runaways who are trying to escape Brazil illegally are apprehended and sent back. The rest of the world has also introduced restrictions. Most airports have suspended flights to and from Brazil. At a special conference organised by the WHO, representatives from all over the world are debating how to stop the unidentified virus from spreading any further. One of the first propositions is to fortify the safety measures at the Isthmus of Panama. From a geographical perspective, it is the most convenient place to stop the outbreak, because the epidemic has already reached Colombia. Other propositions include building barbed wire entanglements, fences, or even a wall reaching from coast to coast. Engaging major military forces is also being considered. It is easy to notice the helplessness of the WHO in the face of the crisis. All the solutions discussed so far are mostly aimed at protecting the countries that haven't been affected by the disease. No one has proposed a method of efficient treatment of the virus or containment of the chaos-ridden area. The first day of the conference has led to disappointing conclusions, and the world still cannot feel safe.
They all believed this was the only solution. Shutting down airports, seaports, and now this? They are isolating the entire continent.
They're building a wall. Wow, they're actually building a wall? Those are the school warriors. What is going on? That's a thing I no doubt need to pick up. Oh god, that's body bags. It's a mass grave.
You think?
I'm actually speechless. Oh my
You
god!
think I was worth it?
What the hell? It's okay, Jake. They're fake bodies. Find a way to make a cure. Jake, me love. Am I all these people? Mia, I cured you once before. You can't give up now. I found a way. I have to. Where did you go? The expedition, what was it? Is this where all the equipment from the airport went? Are they trying to find the cure? Where is everyone? And is this camp the Omalu from my vision? They were trying to develop a medicine using this machine. The right ingredient needed to be found. Was I helping them? Everyone evacuated without the drug, but why? What did they miss? Right, so find Mia, find better climbing equipment, find a way to make a cure. Thanks. Oh.
Doesn't look like you're gonna need this.
Are you Simon? Oh no.
It's Alvarez. I fell down to a fucking cave. Christ. I think I broke my leg. Wait. Fuck. Why do I even... Alvarez. Report number 24.
I think it's like...
I managed to immobilize the leg, but there is no exit. The walls are covered with paintings. So someone must have been here before me. But how the fuck did they come in? There's nothing here. Not even the tiniest crack. It's all because of that asshole Higgins. I told you we don't fucking need him here. Higgins! You piece of shit! Pick up that fucking call! You and that cunt of yours are just a bunch of fucking frauds! I know you couldn't be trusted! I hope you die, scumbag! It's because of you! All of it! No! I'll fuck you up myself when I get out of here!
Well, you didn't, so screw you. Okay, right, he's been in there for a very long time. Also means he's not on Delta. And who killed the capybara? Right, Delta. Though actually, I want to go home. So, west. So, I guess it was a good job that Omalu Corp were very selfish and didn't want to share with the world. Well, they did share with the world, they just sold it at an incredibly high price to make them not want to buy it. So, it's still there. So we must have come back then to find the cure, unless we got it wrong in the first place. We must have got it wrong then. We're also nearing where home was. I wonder if it's still in one piece. There, that's where we fell, isn't it? Yeah. That's where we fell. Which means the tent's there. There's the tent. But that's looking very disused. It's not been that long.
Is this... What the hell happened here?
My question exactly, Jake. It's not been that long? Where's all the stuff? It's not been this long, has it? What if we go back this way? How long has it been since we got here? I mean, I guess I knew that the tent wouldn't be in a state of repair, but still. No boat. I guess I didn't really expect there to be a boat, but still. Suppose to Delta then. So if the miracle cure was the cause of the new epidemic, why did Mia not get sick first? Why is she not like one of the first dead? I mean, I'm sure we're glad that she's not dead, but why isn't she? And how long has it been? Because this is clearly the second expedition to the Abawaka. Is this still clean? It is! Amazing. Fill up the coconut. Fill up that. Right, so to get to these guys, that just takes us down to... we'd need a boat. We need to get onto that bit, which I don't think we can because there's the cliff there. Up and around... oh, to Delta. But some serious time has passed between now and the incident. Actually, I'll head back down and sleep there for the night.